So these are the new Galaxy S22 and S22 Plus, and they are the phones to get if you find the S22 Ultra with its S Pen and all fancy features just a bit too big and expensive and want something more reasonably sized and a bit more affordable instead. Okay, that might not sound like a great advertisement for the regular S22 and the Plus model, but it describes them well. Also, while the Ultra clearly feels like a different phone, like a Galaxy Note phone, honestly, these two have familiar Galaxy S series DNA with curved corners, ergonomic feel, and that beautiful camera styling on the back. Samsung also made something quite courageous here. It has been making its Galaxy S phones bigger and bigger. But for the first time this year, both the S22 and the S22 Plus are actually considerably smaller than last year's models. And that sounds great for those who love more compact phones, but I say that's a courageous move because Samsung had to cut something very important along the way: the size of their batteries. So the S22 is a 6.1-inch phone with a 3700 mAh battery, down from 6.2 inches and 4000 mAh on the S21. While the S22 Plus is a 6.6-inch device with a 4500 mAh battery, down from 6.7 inches and 4800 mAh on the S21 Plus. And that's about 7% less battery capacity on both phones. And I personally love compact phones, but even I am worried about that smaller battery, and particularly on the regular S22. Now the Plus model should be just fine and get through a full day easily, but it's the smaller model that's a bit worrisome. Anyway, our battery tests are coming soon, so we'll find out about that. Also, one difference about charging these two. The smaller S22 charges at 25 watts, while the larger Plus and the Ultra model support faster 45-watt charging speeds. Now, of course, you don't get a charger in the box. This is the modern life, you have to buy chargers separately. Also, on the topic of small differences, the Plus model gets Wi-Fi 6E with support for the new ultra-fast 6 GHz Wi-Fi channel, while the regular only gets Wi-Fi 6 without support for that new channel. Not a big deal for most people, few people have that now, but still worth mentioning. And also the Plus has ultra-wideband support, so it will help precisely locate Samsung Smart Tags, for example, while the regular one does not have ultra-wideband support. Anyway, let's go back to the phones, and just holding the two phones in the hand, and they feel kind of different than before. And that's mostly because Samsung has actually changed the proportions. Previous Galaxies used to be tall and narrow, while these ones have wider and less tall screen proportions. And by the way, they actually now have the exact same screen proportions as on iPhones. Oh, and the good news, the small S22 and the Plus are both made of glass on the back and the front. No plastic here. Samsung is the first one to use the new Gorilla Glass Victus Plus here. Now that's a mouthful, which is tougher for drops and scratches. And you also get all the usual extras like IP68 water and dust protection and a really solid build quality. So what is missing on these two? Oh, obviously no S Pen here, but what about the cameras? Now between these two, the cameras are the same. You have 3 of them on the back, a 50 megapixel main one with a bigger sensor than last year's models, but not quite as big as on the S22 Ultra. Then you have an ultra-wide camera and a 3x zoom that are exactly the same as the ones on the Ultra, and the one thing missing is a 10x zoom periscope lens. But interestingly, most of the new camera features from the Ultra are available and work just as well on these two here as well. The enhanced night photos are here, the improved portrait mode that can differentiate even a single strand of hair, and that also works with pets, all of that good stuff. Even the new stabilization that combines optical image stabilization with software stabilization and even works at night is available on the regular models as well. The only thing exclusive to the Ultra seems to be a new glass coating for the main lens, but that's hardly a deal breaker. So under the hood, both the S22 and the Plus have the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip, and that is if you buy them in the United States, while in the UK and Europe you get a different Samsung-made Exynos 2200 processor. Base models on both phones come with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of onboard storage, but no microSD cards are supported here, folks. They both ship with the latest Android 12 with Samsung's One UI 4.1 on top, but the best news here is that Samsung is expanding software support and will give both phones 4 years of major OS updates and 5 years of security updates, which is the most of any Android phone maker. Great news, so the phones stay relevant for much longer. And finally, all of that comes at the same starting prices like we used to have last year. That is $800 for the S22 base model and $1,000 for the Plus. But make sure to check the description to this video for some sweet early deals that might just sweeten that price a bit. And all 3 Galaxy S22 models are already up for pre-order and will hit shelves on February 25th, and that's about it. Full reviews are coming soon, so hit us up with your questions in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them in the review. Also, don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed this and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, my name is Vic, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.